So who is next for Fluffy Hernandez is what many of us are pondering today, and that's what I'm here to answer in my 10 fights that we need to see after UFC Vegas 109. Thank you very much. And we start off with Fluffy Hernandez, who obviously got a big win, but I'm not sold completely. I know everyone's like champ shit, but Dolidze, Shabazian, Michelle Pereira, stop me when I say someone really talented and good. Michelle Pereira, Edmund Shabazian, Kloppy Love, like, gosh, you know, I'm not been blown away by any of his wins so far. What would blow me away is a win over Robert Whittaker. A win over Robert Whittaker. I know people are saying Reina Dorita. I really can't see that happening right now. But what would make the most sense, this would be a great name to get on his record, Robert Whittaker, Fluffy Hernandez. And I know he's on an 8-fight win streak and he's doing really well. But Dolidze, Michelle Pereira, Shabazian, these aren't like crazy names or anything like that. Dolidze was a decent win, and the way he got it was impressive. But if he could do that to a Robert Whittaker, that would be like, holy shit. And that would be a great name to just get on his record, because he doesn't really have any good special names on his records. Marc-Andre Barriault, Josh Fremd, like, Fluffy's, like, he's on a great run, but it's a bit, In my opinion, I think it's a bit, there's no like, I don't know, there's just no one crazy on it. So I think Robert Whittaker is the perfect next fight. And you need to get a Robert Whittaker on your resume to fight for the title. That's just how it goes. I'm pretty sure. Well, so I've heard. And I'm back over to Fluffy Hernandez. No, Roman Dolidze lost to Fluffy Hernandez. He looked shit too. He looked shit. And this one makes the most sense, I think. They've both finished Jack Hermansson via TKO. He's just fought... And I'm back to Robert Whittaker. Holy shit. Should I just start again? Oh my god. RoboCop. Yeah, it's RoboCop, guys. Gregory Rodriguez versus Roman Dolidze. Two like big jacked guys. Probably it's going to be on the feet. And I really think that makes a lot of sense. You know, he beat CLD, Hermansson, lost to a Cannonier. Dolidze's also beaten a Hermansson, a couple decent names, a Vittori. Like, this just seems what should happen next. And it'd be such a banger if you, like, Cena got announced. RoboCop probably wins. I'd actually go Whittaker to beat Fluffy as well, just in case you were wondering. I'd be pretty confident that Whittaker beats Fluffy, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. And we're back to Dolidze. Shit, I need to figure out these arrows. Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg got a shit-ass win against Ode Osbourne and looked not very good. Looked better against Pantoja, I'm pretty sure. I actually was watching some highlights of that fight today, and God, he looked so crisp in the Pantoja fight. What happened? But who should he fight next? And now this one didn't really stick out to me as much. Tagir Ulanbekov, I think, is the next fight. Maybe, just maybe. Like, so I don't have a lot of backstory, or this just seems right, you know? I just seen it and I was like, yeah, like Aslam Abayev. I don't think Steve could honestly take a step back after that shitty performance. I was thinking about Rafael Estevam and Andre Lima, but Tagir Ulanbekov seems like it could happen. But yeah, that's my shittest one on the whole list. So let's forget about that. Ode Osbourne. Ode Osbourne looked good, and I actually thought he beat Steve Erceg, but it doesn't matter. Who should he fight next? Now, this one jumps out as a banger, oh shit, yeah, I'd love to see that. Way more than the Steve Tagir one. Like, look at this. Ode Osbourne versus Jose Ochoa. And honestly, quite winnable for both. Ode just looks so snappy and, like, fast twitch. Jose Ochoa was obviously sick as well. Just lost to Aslam Abayev. Beaten a Cody Durden. So him versus... Dude, I forgot. Jose Ochoa versus... Ode Osbourne. Oh my god. This video sucks. But not the best card. So I'm not even going to restart. I'm just going to shit this one out. So you can get a little insight on some of the mayhem that really goes on in these videos. And sometimes I just restart because it's going to shit. But I don't care. I don't care. Jose Ochoa versus Ode Osbourne's a banger. And you know that. And it'd be amazing. And I'd love to see it on the feet as well. Andre Fili beat Christian Rodriguez. Who should he fight next? Morgan Charrier. They both lost to Nathaniel Wood. And the UFC love to do that. CeeRod versus Andre Fili just happened. Malquazel Costa's watching at home. Watching his two kids. Nathaniel Wood can watch Morgan Charrier and Andre Fili at home. You know, it's just genius. I'm a genius. CeeRod lost to someone who has losses. You know, Not so crazy in hindsight, but should have seen it coming. So I think you know what's got to happen now. He's taken on an Erosa, a Fili, a Costa. These are two shitty guys in a row. It's back to the drawing board. And by drawing board, I mean it's back to another undefeated monster for you to destroy. Yadier Del Valle is also a featherweight in the UFC. 9-0. Him versus CeeRod. Like, come on. And I actually think this makes sense, and it could happen next. And the UFC know what's good too, so I could see them making this. And just, if you see Big Marcel poster, it'd be like, oh, not again, not again. And I actually really believe in Yadier Del Valle. Not crazily, but he's like jacked and super strong. I kind of think he like maybe beats CeeRod, but then also he definitely just doesn't because of the law, and he's just not ready for him. But I'd want to see it as well. CLD just won against Erceg and knocked him out. Erceg was a bit of a layup, and then before that, Andre Puliev. No real good wins on CLD's record. He lost to Gregory Rodriguez. Somebody else who just lost to Gregory Rodriguez. You know that they love to do this shit. I just talked about CeeRod, Andre Fili. Jack Hermanson would be a great win to get on CLD's record. Great time to get him right now. He just got fucking laid out. I actually think CLD should be able to get it. But, you know, you can't count out Jack Hermanson. And CLD's not very good. He didn't look good against RoboCop. And Jack Hermanson was at least doing good until he got clipped. And this would be a good way to get CLD a win that Joe Pyfer doesn't have. So he has a bit of credibility and a bit of pull in the rankings and a bit of spice to him, CLD. So he actually has a bit of notoriety. If he gets Hermanson, it's like, oh, Pyfer couldn't do it. RoboCop's done it. That's a good win. Respect to CLD. And he's getting past the days of where he lost to Gregory Rodriguez, maybe. So yeah, I think that's the next fight to make, and that's a really good one too. So shout out me. Gene Matsumoto won against Miles Johns, and it was fun. No, it was alright. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. It was alright. That was probably like one of the best fights on the card. Sorry. Daniel Marcos. Yeah. Do they have the same record? Dude, I didn't even think about that when I made it. Oh, dude, yes. I didn't even mean to do that. Whoa. Okay, we're back. Daniel Marcos versus Gene Matsumoto. I just think it's the next step in life for both of these guys. You know, he's lost to a Montel, Rob Font. Yeah, I was thinking about Kyler Phillips because they both lost to Rob Font, but I got to stop doing that, you know, because I know the UFC like to do it, but they could do that. What was that? Gene Matsumoto versus Kyler Phillips, yeah. But Daniel Marcos, I think, is good. Elijah Smith, no, not that he is good, but he's all right. Elijah Smith won. Now he's only 22 years of age. He's tender. He's born the year before me, which is insane, but not that insane. And he's super young. Vince Morales, Toshio Mikazama. I was thinking about putting him against Miles Johns, but I was like, maybe that's honestly too soon. Not that he would lose, but he's very young. So I'm thinking this seems right. Ricky Tercios is shit as and likes to fight. Not that he likes to fight these up-and-comers, but he gets forced to. Bernardo Sopai, Raul Rosas Jr., Ayman Zahabi back in the day. I think he was actually the favorite for, which is fucking crazy in hindsight. I think Ricky Tercios was the favorite for that, or it was like a close fight on paper where people were definitely picking Ricky. Yeah, he was the fave. So yeah, how the money have fallen, Ricky shit, and him versus Elijah Smith would be good. Uros Medic, I think is the last matchup in this whole video. Not the best video, but I think I started cooking with these matchups at the end. And I actually do think all these matchups are pretty good. Uros Medic versus Reese McKee just is a fight that could happen. You know, this one wasn't that good, the last one. But I don't know what to do with Uros Medic, like him versus Themba Garimbo or something. I don't know, man. No one really cares. But yeah, that's it. That's the video. I think I had some good matchups there. Fluffy Whitaker, I do think, is a good fight that needs to happen on a main event somewhere. Really test, like if you imagine he dragged Whitaker into the ocean and drowned him, if you know what I'm saying. Like, that would be insane to watch that happen. No one really does Whitaker like that. Like, RDR did a bit. Robocop Dolidze just makes a ton of sense. Osbourne, Oshoa, a lot of good ones. CLD Hermanson. I think the UFC watch these. I really do, because they've made a lot of matchups that I've suggested. but maybe we just think alike, or maybe they are watching. I don't know. But yeah, and 10 minutes on the dot. Oh, wow. Genius. All right, off I go.